guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ndeye10. If you are tuned in today, I am so excited. Like, words cannot begin to express my excitement and just how I feel, because I will be doing a review of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina Palette. Yes, I used it for my full face and I used every single eyeshadow in the palette. Before I go ahead and get into the tutorial, usually my intros are short, but I feel like I have to do a little bit of talking in this one because it's something that I think is kind of just like amazing and just a full circle moment even for me in this whole scenario. My very first video last year on YouTube on August 8th was about the Too Faced and the Jackie Aina collaboration for their foundation, and then my very second video was about the Norvina palette that Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with. So for me to be here a year later to be reviewing a product from Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina as a collaboration 1 year later, and to have that collaboration be sent to me as a gift from Jackie herself is so amazing. I just want to say congratulations to you, Jackie. Thank you for paving the way. I feel like so many of us have people that we admire, so many people that we look up to in our respective fields and just in general, and I feel like one of the scariest things is meeting the people that you respect. One of the scariest things is meeting the people who you see online, the people that you watch, who you almost feel a connection to, and not knowing what their response is going to be, not knowing how they are in real life and not just on the screen. And I feel like I've met Jackie twice from different events that she's had. We've never had like real conversations, but I've seen her twice. In both of those times, she was extremely sweet, not only to me, but to every single person that she interacted with. I mean, she was just so humble, so kind. She took pictures of people, even at the Essence Fest where, you know, there was a line of people that could see her. Once that line ended, she didn't just walk away and leave. She actually took her time and went and took pictures with people and spoke to people because she saw the overwhelming crowd that were there for her. So Jackie, congratulations. Thank you for seeing something in me and sending me the palette. I mean, I already bought it, and not only did I buy one, I bought two, sis. And yes, I was one of the lucky few that caught it during those 4 minutes. It was on sale from her Instagram. So let's make sure we go ahead and support her. Get the palette, because I'm telling you already, it's bomb. Before you even see the tutorial, I'm gonna tell you it's bomb, okay? I did all of that talking. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so this is the look that we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and blend this out a little bit more, but I just wanted to start on my right eye because my left eye is my bad eye, so I just did this off camera so that I could figure out what I wanted to do. And I'm an eyeshadow before foundation type of girl, so I'm sorry y'all not getting me with the face beat already, but we're going to do the eyes. I'll do my face off camera and then I'll come back and do some swatches and talk and things like that with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into this lid. First I'm going to roll my sleeves up because we about to do surgery on this eye, okay? So first I'm gonna go ahead and take an eyeshadow base that is white, and I'm going to dot some on my hands, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just place that on my eye. Now the reason why I like using an eyeshadow base is just because it helps the colors to stick onto the eyelid more. It helps pop out the color, and I have really oily lids, so if I want my eyeshadow to stay on, she has to be primed, honey. Now, I don't like bringing the primer all the way up to the top, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and blend this out by taking a white paper towel, wiping off any excess off that brush, and then kind of just stamping it in so that there's no harsh line. So I'm starting off first with Edges and Ginger, both of those shades mixed in together in order to get my transition color. Now I have tried using Ginger by itself and Edges by itself. Both of them work. I just like mixing them. And remember, we're doing a challenge. I'm trying to use every shade, so we are going to use every shade. So I'm just placing this on the lid and I'm kind of blending it, going upwards. I'm not going to blend it all the way to the top of my brow bone area, but I am going to try to blend it out as much as possible. So I'm taking a brush that has less stiffness and just blowing out those edges. Next, I'm going in with Big Wig, which is the purple. Look at how beautiful that shade is. This shade is also very buildable, so you don't have to worry about not getting a good color payoff, you can build this up. I always start off with a little bit and tap off as much as I possibly can, and then I build it up just so that I can control the coverage, I can control the blend. The more you put in at one time, for me, because I'm not a master at blending, it's much harder for me to blend it when I put too much on than it is for me to blend up when I need to put more. Next, I'm going in with Credit, and for Credit, I'm applying it on the lid. And then I'm going to use this very, very stiff brush and I'm going to blend it up. And as you guys can see, you would have thought I applied a black with the way that it kind of mixes in my crease area, but that's just my natural lid. No matter what shades I put in, it always gets darker in that area. So next I'm taking a clean brush. It's not clean anymore because I used it on this eye, but I'm just taking that to kind of blend in all 4 of those shades that I just put on my eyes. And then just because I'm going to take a brush that has no product on it to blend out the edges. Next, I'm going to take that eyeshadow primer that I put on already, and I'm just going to put it on the center of my lid. I'm going to look up, and then that'll tell me where I need to cut my crease. Now, this is not going to be a cut crease look, as you can tell, but I'm just trying to follow the steps that I did on this eye just so that I can get the same thing again. Next, I'm going to take a tight packer brush and I'm going to go in with Edges, which is the purple, just on the edge of where I stopped that cut crease to blend some of this shade in. Then I'm going to go in with another tight brush with the shade Credit on the very edge. I am going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to take a black shadow from the ABH Prism palette and I'm just going to apply it like in this area right here to darken up this eye look, and then I'm going to blow it out on the edges here as well. Now, it doesn't look blended because I didn't blend it, so now I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to blend out those edges. Once I've worked that black in, I'm just gonna go back over with the eyeshadow primer. And that's the thing with doing your eyeshadow that I've been coming to the conclusion of, because you guys know I've never been a beast at eyeshadow, and it's just that literally blending out shades and doing your eyeshadow is about putting on, applying, blending, putting it back on. Like, you're literally just going over and over and doing the same thing, but that's okay. So now I'm gonna go in with Shookington, which is this beautiful, beautiful purple, and I'm gonna apply it on my lid. Now you guys can see what Shookington looks like on my lid, and it's already a pretty color, but I'm going to make it different by taking Wiggalese and putting it on top of the purple and kind of mixing the shades in together. And I took a little bit of Wiggalese just because I don't want it to overpower Shookington. I want them to mix in together and be a happy family. So now that I have this, it looks like a cut crease, as you guys can see, but I'm going to transform into this by just taking this tight Morphe M431 brush, use code EDGES, and I'm going to blow out the edges of this cut crease and kind of smoke it out more. And honestly, this is the only way that I know how to get the smoked out look for now, because I can't just put the shades on and have it go. So I have to start off as a cut crease and then blow it out. And blowing it out for me just means that that line, that harsh line where you see that it's a cut crease, you kind of get rid of it by blending it all into one. Now I'm just going back in with that black shade from the Prism palette on the edges and right at the top. Once I've applied that black, I'm going to go in immediately and blend it out. And when I'm blending it, I'm not afraid of getting the two shades mixed in together, specifically of Shookington in the black, just because it creates a deeper purple that's so beautiful. So then you have like Wiggalese and Shookington mixed in already here with like a light pink shade, and then the darkness of it just really adds to the dimension. So I really felt like the black was necessary for the look that I was going for, and it really does help to enhance the look. But you can definitely do it without the black as well, because I feel like Credit could have gotten a similar type of look. Now I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to mix in these shades at the top, just so that they're blended and very smoked out all as one. Now, the part that I feel like adds to this look so much is I'm gonna take Dwollahs and I'm going to put it on a flat brush like this, and I'm literally just going to press it on top just to add like a shimmer. Dwollahs to me is almost like a topper. You know what, like certain glosses or certain lipsticks, you add a gloss over it. That's a topper just to give it the extra shine, the extra boom pow. That's what Dwollahs does for me. It adds the extra boom pow that I need for this look. So now that the wing liner is on and I feel like I can see more, I'm gonna add more black just to the edges a little bit, and I'm gonna go back in with Shookington and Wiggalese just so that they can be more pronounced and blown out. The last shade that I'm going to go in with on the inner corner is going to be Trust Issues, and this really does give me trust issues because it looks one way in the pan, but then when you put it on your eyelid, it literally looks like almost like a white gold. But the only shade I could not fit in was Sponsored, so we're just gonna hide her underneath the waterline area. If you want to call it a cheat, if you want to call it unfair, do you. I call it strategy, okay? And literally I'm going in with the tiniest amount. And that's it for the eyes. Okay, so we have this. And as I continue to look at it, if I see anything that I need to blend more, like I said, I'm new to this whole smoked out look. As I continue to look at it more, if there's anything that I need to blend, I will blend it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my face, and then I'm gonna come back to show you guys how I actually use some shades in the palette to do the rest of my face as well. Alright guys, so I did go ahead and do my base. I just did foundation, concealer, and setting powder. I forgot to contour, and because I already did powder, I'm not gonna put contour, cream, or liquid on top of it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to use Credit as a contour powder. If you're wondering what foundation I use none other than the Jackie Aina and Too Faced collaboration, and I use the shade Sable and Ganache. Y'all, do you know it took me a year to realize that I could just use truffle? And Ohima Bonsu has been telling me this for almost a year to just use truffle, and I finally went in and I tried it, and it's actually my perfect shade. So I did pick that up just because I'm literally at the very bottom of Sable and Ganache, because that's how much I was using it this year. So now I'm about to go in and I'm gonna show y'all so that nobody could try to play me. I'm going in with the shade Credit. And this is like a highlighter brush, but we're gonna use this to contour, okay? And I'm gonna get it on both sides. I'm gonna suck my cheeks in and let's see if this works. Y'all see that? Wow! Jackie, 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 Jackie. Yes! This is such a pretty shade. So for me, this is not really a contour, it's more like a bronzer. So we're gonna bronze up this face, honey. Yes! So I'm gonna just keep adding this on. And then once I place it, what I'll probably do is go in with the actual brush to blend it out more, but this is without it. And remember, I have a natural contour line, but look at the shade difference. This more acts like a bronzer. So pretty. And literally from the first time I saw the shadow palette and I was thinking to myself that I wanted to do a full face using it, I was like, please let Credit be deep enough. Please let Credit be deep enough. And honey, shades here. I feel like if you're lighter than me, this will probably be like a warm tone contour on you, but for me, this is definitely a bronzer. And I feel like what's really helping Credit is the fact that it almost has like a purplish undertone. And as you guys know, a lot of the bronzers that come out for deeper skin tones, so including Brown Beauty, and even the lip bar, there's almost like a purplish hint to it. And I feel like that really does help with just the deepness, but also adding the warmth. So I did go ahead and place this all over. Next, I'm gonna take my bronzer brush and I'm just gonna dust off any extra powder just so that I can stay true to the theme. So it is clean for the most part. And I'm just gonna use this to now blend out all of that product that I applied on my face. Oh, I gotta get my under ear yet. Guys, don't mind my breakout. I don't know, it's hormonal because it's that time of the month. So I know part of it is hormonal, but this is more than I've ever gotten. But I also have been ODing and eating chocolate. So I need to lower my chocolate intake and increase my water intake, continue to mind my business, and do my skincare. So just ignore the breakouts. Wow, look at how pretty that shade is. Jackie. Okay, so this is what you meant when you set a palette for the chocolate girls. All right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take Credit. We're gonna get the joint area. We're going to take a couple of pounds off. I need Credit in like a big size to use as a bronzer. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the cheek just a little bit. And the reason why I feel like this is important is just because for any areas where I brought it down too much, I just want it to be a sharper line. So far I feel really proud of myself. We use Ginger Sponsored Edges, Trust Issues, Shookington and Wiggalese. We use Big Wig, Dwollahs, Credit. And we only have Supreme, Pinker, Lituation, Zamn, and Soleil left. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix Supreme and Pinker to get like a perfect purpley pinkish blush shade. I know y'all see that. Ah! Yo. Thank God I never participated in that challenge so that I could do it with my sis palette, okay? Going in with more, and these shades mixed together are so pretty. And then I'm gonna go back over with my brush just to blend it all in. Now for highlight, I'm gonna go in with Zamn and Soleil. And let's see. Oh, wow. I mean, did you really doubt her? Because I didn't. So Soleil is really what adds that pop, pop, pop. Nose highlight. Wow. Wow. For my nose highlight and for the bridge, I'm only going in with Zamn just because Soleil is a little lighter than I usually go. So I don't want to mix it for the rest of the face. I did like mixing it on my cheekbones though. And then for my eyebrow highlight, I'm going to mix the two as well and just do a little bit on the high points of my brows. Now I'm going to go back and blend. Ooh. Now I'm actually taking a clean fluffy brush and I'm just gonna blend out any harsh edges just to make everything melt together. Wow, okay. So I just went in with MAC's Night Moth. The only shade I have left is Lituation. We used everything else. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take Big Wig. I'm gonna apply Big Wig on the lip. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Lituation and put her on top. Yo, come on, girl. Who is she? Girl. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going with a gloss. Hold on. I feel like I'm gonna go with the black liner. So I want to darken the lip up a little bit, so I'm going in with the black liner from the crayon case. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back in with Big Wig. And then I'm gonna go in with Lituation again. I feel like I need y'all to see it so that y'all can believe me, because come on. Look at that freaking beautiful iridescence. And this is how you do a full face using the Jackie Aina Palette, honey. Let me go ahead and fix my hair, and then I'll be back to show you guys some swatches, some comparisons, and to give you my overall pros, cons, and my overall thoughts about this palette. But I'm pretty sure you can get an idea of how I feel about it as a whole, just based on my reaction. So in the next few clips, what you're going to see is some comparison swatches of the Jackie Aina collaboration compared to the Norvina palette, as well as the Modern Renaissance palette. I saw some people saying that they were the same. I feel like one of the points that a lot of people are missing is the fact that Jackie said she made this palette specifically thinking of people of deeper complexions. While the shades might be similar, the way that they look, especially swatched on a darker arm or darker hand, is completely different. So let's go ahead and look at those swatches, just so that if you already have these palettes and you want to see a visual, you can go ahead and see that. So now that we've seen the tutorial and the comparison swatches, I did want to go ahead and get into the pros and cons, just like I do with every single video. So my first pro is going to be the actual material of this package or of this palette. As you guys know, with most ABH palettes, they do come with like a velvet, and what happens is that it gets dirty very, very quickly, especially for me, someone that is darker. All of my foundation, all of my powder ends up getting on this velvet package, whereas with something like this, I can easily wipe it off. I can easily wipe it down with a makeup wipe. So I really, really do love the packaging of this. The second pro is just going to be the formula of the ABH shadows. I feel like they have mastered their formula. It is buildable, it is blendable. The shades work beautifully on top of each other, so I have no complaints in that area. It's actually something that I really appreciate about the ABH palettes. The third pro is going to just be the setup of this palette. I feel like if I was someone, like when I first started getting into makeup, I would look at palettes and ask myself, how do people figure out what looks to create? I feel like when you look at this palette, these two can automatically, especially if you're someone of a deeper complexion, be like your inner corner highlights. These six can be one look, and then these six can be one look. So you have your neutrals, your more muted tones here, your pops of color, and then the golds. I feel like this is beautifully set up, and if you are someone that doesn't really know how to come up with eyeshadow looks, you can look at this and literally get inspiration just by splitting the palette in half. And then the fourth pro is just going to be that they collaborated with Jackie. I mean, that's a pro within itself, right? And the very last pro for me is just going to be the fact that I can use every single eyeshadow in this palette, as I did on this full face. And I'm going to insert a clip of my very second, not my very first, my second video ever on YouTube, so excuse the quality, excuse the lighting, but you will see what I said specifically about how much I paid for the palette versus the usage. So let's just go ahead and roll that clip. Like, what am I gonna get out of it? Am I getting my money's worth? For this Norvina palette, there's 14 shades in here, which means that each shadow is about $3. So if you're someone that's fair, light, or medium, you're gonna be able to use all 14 of the shades, and $3 per shadow is not that bad. You're gonna be able to get the full usage for the amount that you're paying. If you're someone that's darker like me, I had a little bit of a hard time with using most of the matte shadows. There was only one matte shadow that really showed up on my eye and my crease that gave me the definition that I was looking for. So that means that I'll be able to use the shimmers and that one matte shade. So that's only 8 shadows out of the 14, making it $5.25 per shadow. That's a little bit more expensive than the $3 per shadow, so I'm not getting full usage out of the palette for the price. So to be able to have a palette now a year later where I know I spent $45 and literally I'm getting $45 worth of product because everything in here is usable to me is a beautiful, beautiful thing. As far as cons, I don't really have any. The only thing I could say is that I do wish that there was a black in here. I feel like that would have set it off to me just because I do really like using blacks in my looks to deepen it up. But even without the black, Credit is dark enough to deepen up most looks. So that's more so like a personal thing. Like, I wish there was a black, but I feel like you can get black in any eyeshadow palette or you can buy it as a single, so it's really not that big of a deal. Other than that though, I think that the palette is so beautiful. It is so versatile, as you guys saw. So I definitely think that you need this in your collection. If you don't have it, make sure you go ahead and pick it up. It does come out today, August 15th, so you need to get into a Sephora and go get one, okay? Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section down below. Did you doubt me? Did you doubt that I would be able to use every single eyeshadow in this palette? And also let me know what your favorite shade is so far, or if you want to see me do any other looks, let me know because I'm definitely going to be playing around with this more. I love you guys so much. Congratulations again to Jackie, and I'll see you next time. Bye!